Hotel, hotel. Y'all come on in. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in the building. Please hit the like button when you come in the building. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. Welcome back to the Chosen Few channel. I'm your host, Matthew Daniels, the writer, author, scribe, and bookworm. But I'm not just a bookworm world. I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. I'm doing the book game like it ain't never been done before. And I'm doing the book game like it'll probably never be done again. Y'all saw the title. Newton County Sheriff Robert Burby under investigation over big game hunting book. Now, for everybody that's been asking, everybody has been asking about big game hunting, right? Because the people that have read it and the people that have been following these events, following this train, this avalanche, right? This onslaught knows that this is actually bigger than the book Big Game Hunting. The Big Game Hunting is just talking about events. And these events are continuing to play out. Now, in Big Game Hunting, I made a lot of claims, family. Claims that have not been publicly refuted, denied, challenged in any way. In any way. And some of those claims are being made for a very specific reason. I'm going somewhere with this. My brother going somewhere with this. We going somewhere with this, family. Buckle up for the ride. These things just take time. You'll know it when you see it. Trust me, you will know it when you see it. But people have to answer for what they did, man. For what they said. They have to answer for that. It's all about accountability. From page 1 in Big Game Hunting, it was about accountability, and it's still about accountability today. You won't get away with doing the things that you did in this book. But anyway, just for a little update, we have the Newton County Sheriff Robert Burby under investigation over Big Game Hunting book. I'm getting word, family, that people are getting phone calls, right? I'm getting word that people are getting phone calls. Questions are being asked. Things are being looked into. Analyzing the book. The people that's mentioned in the book are maybe getting a knock on the door or a ring, 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 ring. I don't know all of the specifics, but I know it's being looked into, family. But who is Newton County Sheriff Robert Burby? Because everybody don't have the book. If you want to get the book, click the link in the description. Signed copies, man, coming straight to you. You got to know what's going on, but you'll know it when you see it. But anyway, who is Newton County Sheriff Burby, and what does he have to do with Big Game Hunting the book? Well, he was the chief of police when my brother and I were fighting corruption here in Texas City, Texas. But now he's no longer the chief of police, but he is the sheriff in Newton County, right? He's the sheriff in Newton County. But he was the chief of police when the events in Big Game Hunting were going on. And so now that Big Game Hunting is selling all over the country, it's even selling overseas, and it has gotten the attention of a lot of people. Phone calls are being made. It's unavoidable. It's unavoidable. So what I want to do, I want to introduce you guys to Newton County Sheriff Robert Burby, and then we're gonna talk, family. We're gonna talk. Just a second. Okay, y'all see this? Robert Burby makes history as first African American elected sheriff in Newton County. Burby defeated fellow Republican Cynthia Hall in GOP primary. All right, check this out. Hold on. Let me get this to y'all right, the right way.
At 10, history could be made in the race for Newton County Sheriff. Two candidates vying to replace longtime lawman Billy Rolls. 12 News reporter Tyler Segerman joins us to explain what makes this battle so interesting.
For the first time ever in Newton County, the lead sheriff in town could either be a female or African American, and right now they're the only two running.
I've enjoyed it. It's been a great career.
74-year-old Sheriff Billy Rolls announced last year that he will be stepping away from his position in the Newton County Sheriff.
Let me point something out real quick. You see how they said that Burby would be the first African American sheriff, and if that lady would win, it would have been the first female. In Texas City, Burby was heralded. I talk about this in the book Big Game Hunting as the first African American chief, police chief in Texas City. And so that struck me. I was like, wow, he's taking this first black thing on the road. But he doesn't care, and he's going to say it here. But even when in Texas City, he said that he didn't care about being the first black police chief of Texas City. He said that he considered himself cop blue. I go into that in Big Game Hunting, and so even here, the first black sheriff, he really don't care about being the first black sheriff. He's just law enforcement. He makes that very, very clear.
Sheriff's office. That means the door is now open for a new sheriff to take over next year. Only two candidates are in the hunt right now, Cynthia Hall and Robert Burby. For the last 20 years, Hall has served in the Newton County Sheriff's Office. She ran for the position the last time it opened up.
The sheriff and I spoke about that, and he told me it's not your time yet. He said it's going to come your time.
Her opponent spent time in the Air Force and was a police chief in Texas City for more than a decade.
Because
See, police chief in Texas City for more than a decade, and that picture that was just showed of him standing up. I'll rewind it a little bit, but of him standing up, that's here, that's here, where there were actual meetings where people came out and talk to the cops and whatnot. Some of the events that I'm talking about in Big Game Hunting were in scenarios much like that.
And was a police chief in Texas City for more than a decade.
Because of my extensive training and experience.
I'm sorry, I don't want to keep muting it, but unmuting it and pausing it. But I actually know a lot of those faces in that picture that they just showed. I actually know them people.
Told me it's not your time yet. He said it's going to come your time.
Her opponent spent time in the Air Force and was a police chief in Texas City for more than a decade.
Because of my extensive training and experience. And I feel like I can make a difference.
Here are the issues both want to tackle if elected.
One of the things I'm hearing on the campaign trail that there's a drug problem here, as well as everywhere else.
Our children are our future, and I think that we're going to have to really work on that.
Hall and Burby will face off first in the Republican primary in March. And with no other opponents, the primary winner could take it all. Hall would become the first female sheriff in Newton County. Burby, the first African-American sheriff here.
I don't carry my race on my shoulders. I feel like just like any other citizen. And what would mean more to me is that I be able to reach out to the people and they reach back to me and we work together to solve the issues and the problems of Newton County.
It would mean everything.
Okay, so you see, it wasn't no lie, wasn't no slander when I said he don't really care about being the first African American. Nothing. He just a cop. That's what he said. I'm repeating what he said. So again, that's why Big Game Hunting is so dangerous, man. That's why it's so dangerous, because it's just true. That's the point. It's true. It's true, man. It's true, and they shook. I understand they shook. They'll live for 1,000 years because of Big Game Hunting. No, they'll live for 1,000 years, but it's true. That's the point that I'm trying to make to people. as a man and as an author and a writer and a scribe, they may not like it, but the book is true. What I say me and my brother did, we did. Who I say we are, we are. That's real talk. And I never feel ashamed or hide my hand. No. It's all true. If it ain't true, say it ain't true. Now, if it is true, just get out the way. Let us do our thing. Let us keep moving forward with what we got going on. You feel me? Real talk, man. Now, if I lied, hey, take me to court or whatever. Whatever you got, take me to court. But if I didn't lie, leave us alone. And as of yet, they left us alone. Y'all see that?
Like I said, I've shed lots of tears and lots of laughter with the people in Newton County. I've seen people here buried. I've seen babies, and this is the third generation that I'm going through with the people of Newton.
The primary will be held on March 3rd, and if you still want to vote, the last day to register is February 3rd. Candidates can still write in independently in July.
Okay, that's basically it on that. But I just want y'all to get just a little background, just so y'all can see. Now, here's the thing, family. Here's the thing. I put a lot of people inside of the big game hunting. And like I told y'all, now that is selling how it's selling. It's getting the support that it's getting. My brother, he has a huge following online. A lot of people have purchased the book. A lot of people talking about the book. It's crazy. And so that translates into pressure. The support from the people translates into pressure on the ground. And so me and my brother, we utilize that pressure to gain more ground. So just like a update, we have been applying pressure with big game hunting. And so, an individual has to investigate the claims. Like they cannot allow me or my brother, and me a lot, because I wrote up, I published it, put my name on it, you know what I mean, as the author. So they can't let that stand unless it's true. And even with it being true, that they do not want to just let that stand. They don't want to just let that be on the shelves. That's obvious, right? That's obvious. So what I understand is they would have to take any avenue they could to take it down. Now, the easiest avenue would be to find a lie in it. And so they've looked into it. They've tried to find lies, and listen, I've gotten word that they've actually, reached out to people to question them about the book. Burby, he's one of the ones that he was reached out to and questioned about the book. You understand what I'm saying? And so what I want to do, I want to show y'all some of what's actually in the book, because everybody ain't read it. I want y'all to understand what I'm talking about, what my brother is talking about. I want y'all to understand where I want you to see through the smoke and understand where this thing going. They're just trying to pretend like we don't exist. We're not here. Oh, we're here. Oh, we're here, family. Nah, that's real talk. Okay, let me see. All right, for those of you that don't know, okay, this is the book, Big Game Hunt. This what the cover look like. All right, this is what the cover look like, Big Game Hunt. That's all that is. Let me see. All right, let me see. So, all right. In the book, I put this in because in the book, I actually go into Burby's history myself. You notice how on that clip they talk about he spent time in the Air Force. Well, we researched that as well when we were in the middle of the big game hunting, doing battle with the corruption within the police department. We did research to find out who these people were, right? So he was the chief. So hey, we did some research into him as well. You feel me? And what I did here is when Burby came to Texas City, he started something that they call community policing, but he started rolling out programs. One of them was Operation Crackdown 2. And what I'm pointing out in the book is that Operation Crackdown 2 was not just a legitimate police operation that was by the books. No, it was ran by corrupt people. It was led by corrupt officers. They broke the law. They violated people's rights, right? All in trying to roll out this crackdown 2. And me and my brother were standing up against this so-called crackdown 2 because we understood it to be harassment and corruption. That's what we're saying, right? And so yeah, we had to go in. I just want to show y'all some of this. You see on this slide right here, talk about the Air Force. We knew that. Check this out right here. Began a law enforcement career after receiving honorable discharge from the Air Force, where he served for 20 years. Yeah, yes. We researched that. Yes, we researched that. Hold on. Now, check this out, family. So at one point in the book, and this is why I got him at, and this you gotta imagine, how can a phone call like that go off? Somebody knock on your door. How is that conversation gonna go? Oh, there's this book, Big Game Hunting, written by Matthew Daniels. Whoa. Now, I know everything in the book is true, so you know exactly who Matthew Daniels is. You know exactly what Matthew Daniels is talking about because you lived it with us, right? Okay, so now you hear about this book. Okay, what's in this book? You know it's true, but how do you respond if you do respond? Now, if they respond, family, this is what I've already done. It's being investigated. Investigated. This is what you will find in certain points in the book. This is how I quoted the police officers making the claims against the police officers. So even if even if they want to come at the real bookworm for writing the book, right? These officers got to be on trial too because they said these things about their own department. Yes, a whole lot of more stuff in the book, but this just cleans it up. Look, check this out. Let me see. Bam, bam, bam. Look. Right here. I personally feel as if the NARC team should be disbanded and placed back on patrol. Favoritism was a sore subject to several of the officers. One wrote, I feel favoritism among Sergeant Pope, Corporal Flores, the FIT team or NARC team, and its members is more than apparent and more prevalent than other areas of the department. I understand that on some level, favoritism in every aspect of life exists, but when it becomes unprofessional and apparent violations of policy and even possibly laws are ignored, it becomes egregious in my opinion. Hold up, wait a minute, stop, pause, pump the brakes. Let's investigate big game hunting. Let's investigate everything that I said in big game hunting. That's really what I want to do. I want to go all the way. Let's investigate everything I said in big game hunting. Okay, I said that cops was violating policy. Me and my brother said that cops was possibly violating laws, breaking laws, and nothing was being done about it. And they were. And we were saying that it was favoritism. Some cops could do no wrong. They was allowed to abuse the community with no reprimand, even though we were complaining and filing complaints. Listen to me, family. We're filing complaints. We're complaining on these officers doing this to the community. They're pretending they're ignoring us like it's not existing, right? They're trying to make you guys think that we're crazy. But in the book, what I do, I double back and I say, okay, I'm going to show you a cop saying the same thing that I'm saying. So forget about me. Deal with the claim. I understand that on some level, favoritism in every aspect of life exists, but when it becomes unprofessional and apparent violations of policy and even possibly laws are ignored, it becomes egregious, in my opinion. Yeah, man, listen, I understand that the individuals that's in this book, they don't want this book to be out, right? I understand it may be somebody, they may have a proverbial target on my back because I wrote this book. But if that's what it takes to talk about what went down, then that's what it takes. Me and my brother, we'll just jump out in the front of it. Y'all, anybody from around my area, y'all know how these cops and how some of these city officials been getting down for a long time. Y'all know we not lying. Y'all know we not lying. Man, I'm just gonna press that issue. I'm just gonna press that in. We need to talk about why don't we talk about it? Yeah, okay. If we talk about the book, we got to talk about all of this and peep the game. That's why they don't want to talk about the book. Another said too much time and too many meetings on things other than police work. Blah 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 blah. Look, this officer pleaded for help. So this is a Texas City police officer pleading for help. TCPD used to be a desired department to work for, but now instead of applicants, we get laughed at due to our childish and immature ways of our administration. So if I'm on the outside looking in and I'm looking at how childish and immature the administration of the Texas City Police Department is, and you get mad at me, okay, buddy, get mad at that officer who was working there who felt the exact same way. It's checkmate. Checkmate any way around, family. Checkmate any way around, family. The more this book get put out there, the more they look into this, the more that is just checkmate. Because we going somewhere, family. We going somewhere with this, family. Look, man, I don't know how he felt. I don't know how he took it, but hey, investigations is going on, family. This is what big game hunting is at. And if I'm lying about that, then somebody will say. And if nobody says I'm lying about that, then come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey, y'all gotta get this book, man. Push this book, man. I'm telling you, man, get this book, push this book. Look what I put in there. Out of touch. See, this is why they don't want to deal with it. Take me to court. Everybody in here gotta go to court. If I go to court about what's going on in this book, let's take everybody to court. Everybody I quoted. Let's dig into it. They're not gonna do it. Out of touch. They just gonna do exactly what they're doing right now, what they've always done, act like pretend like it don't exist. And then we just gonna go further and further and further and further, which is cool with me. They ain't got to come out and try to attack the book. Just get out the way and just let me live my life. Out of touch, said another. Chief Robert Burby and Captain Joe Stanton are out of touch with their officers. Okay, so a cop is saying Burby is out of touch with his officers. If I say out of touch with his officers, you want to get mad at me? Well, get mad at that cop, right? You want to take me to court? Take that cop to court too. Checkmate. Checkmate. That's what big game hunting is. It's a checkmate. And and like I say, don't get mad at me. Here's the crazy thing again, family. I didn't write this. I'm quoting this. I'm quoting officers who said this, and they participated in a survey. Think about it. Officers participated in a survey, and they wrote this down about how they felt about their department during the time me and my brother were going big game hunting. Right? So I, researcher that I be, bookworm that I be, I found the survey. I got the survey. I presented the survey to the people. Now, if they, whoever published the survey, don't get mad at me for putting this in a book. Get mad at them. You get what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at them. And then don't get mad at me. Get mad at the officer who made the comment. Think about what I'm telling y'all, family. Big game hunting, man. Y'all got to get it, man. Look, a closed door policy, class warfare, and the chief's motto of get them on policy violations now and dirty them up later is no way to run a successful and productive department. So if a cop will accuse the chief of making false cases on him, false, fake policy violations, right? Getting them on policy violations and then dirtying them up, but like doing it in a diabolical way. And then you got citizens saying that they are being harassed. Come on. Citizens that they are being addressed corruptly. Come on. You got citizens saying that they are being taken to jail for nothing. Come on. You got citizens saying that cops are acting like this to them on the streets. Come on. If a cop, this is what I kept saying in the book. If a cop would do this to a cop, what do you think that cop would do to a citizen, family? And then you have citizens man. You have citizens complaining. I have been employed, this is what the cops say. I have been employed with the police department for several years, and this is the lowest I have ever seen morale. This all seems to have started, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, look. Y'all get that book. Y'all get that book, man. Y'all get that book, Big Game Hunting, man. Y'all order that book, Big Game Hunting. I don't want to hold y'all too much longer, but I did want to bring y'all that, man. Newton County Sheriff Robert Burby under investigation over big game hunting. He has officially been contacted. And questioned about the book. I'm saying that on the record. Hey, so y'all stay tuned to see where this is finna go, because it's definitely going somewhere. Again, y'all get that book, Big Game Hunting, or get any one of my 4 books. You feel me? Any one of my 4 books. All of my book sales I use to try to help finance and fund what me or my brother are doing. Like I say, what I'm talking about in Big Game Hunting, a community, like just dial it down a little bit. A community was violated. That's what I'm saying. A community was violated, and they want to go on with life and pretend like a whole community wasn't violated. This whole Operation Crackdown 2 is, man, what? And then before that, after that, I show decades, man. I show decades of these people corruption. It's like, now you have to answer for that, because it's all about accountability. Like you get violated by the powers that be, violated by the powers that be, violated by the powers that be, and then they'll want to be like, oh well, look, I'm not actually violating you anymore. I've moved on. Like I'm in Newton County. I'm doing this. So you just go on with your life. It's like, but wait a minute. We ain't even finished dealing with the violation. No, you can't just violate then move on. No, we got to deal with the violation. And so they don't want to deal with the violation. So me and my brother are trying to make them deal with the violation. Well, making them deal with the violation. They have to be held accountable. We can't act like these things didn't happen. And there's so much more that's not actually in the book, but they know what me and my brother are talking about. They understand. You know, when he got that call, he knows exactly what they were talking about. And anything that's in that book, he knows, right? Because it's the truth. So if you ain't got that book, get that book, man. Be part of the movement, man. Just stay tuned. Like I say, you will know it when you see it, man. Thanks for watching. This your brother Matthew Daniels, aka I'm Pooh, aka the Chosen Few, aka the Real Bookworm. But I'm not just a bookworm, world. I'm the real bookworm. Make sure you get it right. And as always, may your name live on forever, and may your memory, family, never die. Hotel, I'm out.